Hey there. Are you finding yourself feeling overwhelmed by just everything, the countless demands on your life, and feeling like you have so much to do and so little time to do it in? Or perhaps you're going to sleep at night feeling a little bit upset because of all the things you just didn't get to. You didn't have the time. Well, if you're like the rest of us, I'm sure your answer was a resounding yes. In today's video, I want to offer you some tips so that you can begin to end the struggle, so that you can begin to move through all the demands with a bit more grace, a bit more ease, and be more time-wise. And as a result, actually get more done in less time with much less distress. Hi, my name is Ken Coscia. I am the author and creator of numerous dynamic meditation programs to help you take charge of your life from the inside out, as well as the Silva Mastery System. Some of you may know me as the lead instructor and training director for the Silva Method, now going into my 40th year, whereas Silva is now moving this year into its 50th year. Can you believe that? Wow, it is a joy of It's joyful, it's a labor of love, it's my passion, because I get to meet people just like you, and I appreciate you giving me this opportunity today to listen to this video. You know, for me though, it started way back in 1971, before I was the lead instructor and training director, certifying our instructors, before I was traveling the world. I was a student at Boston University in the School of Engineering, struggling. Not just struggling, but the harder I tried, the more I studied, the worse it got. I was not directed, I was not focused. I would say I didn't really have a clear path, and basically all I did in my life was party, study, and study, and study, and go to sleep, and the result was academic probation. After 2 years of that, a good friend of mine introduced me to the Silva Method. I knew nothing about this sort of thing, personal development, meditation. It was all new to me. But I went in with at first resistant mind, and then it started making sense. I enrolled in the class, and I haven't looked back since. And the first thing was I began to apply what I learned. And when I went back to school, this is May of '71, I went back to school in September, I wound up graduating cum laude, nearly straight A's. And the best part was I was studying less, making less of an effort to do the work though. I was even volunteering at a YMCA 12 hours a week. I became a full-time Silva instructor in the Boston community. I became so directed and focused. Wow, it's like my life became alive. And all of a sudden I woke up to the fact that we are all far more than what you appear to be. And that what it takes is some knowledge, some skills, and the application of those skills, which I did. And that September, 3 months later, I graduated cum laude, just about straight A's. And I was studying less. And I wouldn't say it was easy, but it sure did seem easy. I moved through the stress and the demands with more grace, with more ease. I became a full-time instructor, and all of a sudden my life just became so focused and directed, and I began to realize we're in this together, and that a better you, a better me, helps create a better world. So here I am today, taking advantage of an unusually warm winter day, in the little village I live in now, Farmington, Connecticut, by the Farmington River. As you can see, it's beautiful. And I thought I'd take advantage of the nice sunshine, the warmth, the solitude, although occasionally there are people walking by, walking their dogs, to offer you some tips as to what you can begin to do right here, right now. Some of these tips may be a friendly reminder, or maybe it's new to you. Either way, it will make a huge difference in you being more time-wise. That is, mastering your time, taking charge of your life from the inside out. Now, there are lots of strategies, there are lots of tactics. In fact, I have a good friend who's actually written a book about mastering your time. So much information there. By all means, read, explore, learn from others. What I want to offer you today is a little bit different and maybe might even surprise you. So I want to just ask you a couple of questions to put this in the proper context, and then we'll go into the tips. So think about it. As you move through your day, right? You know how it is. And if you find yourself feeling stressed, worried, upset, preoccupied, are you at your best? If you're like me, no way. Are you patient with people, co-workers, family members, clients? No way. How about if you're stressed, worried, upset, preoccupied, are you more likely to what? Make mistakes or leave something out from your work that you've done maybe hundreds of times and you know better, but for whatever the reason, it slipped your mind. The list goes on and on, because what I'm leading up to is you're skilled, you're a professional, you've done your work, you're training, you've rehearsed, you know what to do. It's like people going to a test or a job interview or any kind of, or a performance as an entertainer, if that's your thing. Or maybe you're in sales and you're pitching something. You may know it inside out, but if you go into that situation before you have to do your thing, and you're stressed, worried, upset, preoccupied, and not fully present, what happens? You know the answer. You don't perform. You make silly mistakes. You have accidents. You leave things out. Your body even, your voice maybe cracks. And as a result, those mistakes, those errors cost you time and cost you money. Need I say more? Think about it. Think about it, guys. It's not rocket science. It's a simple thing now. I'm not talking about, if you look for a quick fix or like an instant cure, forget it. If, however, you're skilled, you're doing your work, you're preparing, you're rehearsed, and you have all that you need in the game, and you want to be a high performer, whether you're an entrepreneur, building a business, in sales, a stay-at-home dad or mom, working with your children, your grandchildren, a teacher. We're always interacting with people. We're always doing things. And we are more likely to have accidents, which will cost us pain, suffering, money, time to take care of it, when we are distressed, when we are preoccupied. It's the leading cause of illness. It's the leading cause of mistakes. It's the leading cause of low performance, and again, I could go on and on, I won't. So the tip I want to offer you is very appropriate for me to offer. I have worked with hundreds of thousands of people personally. I have been dedicated most of my adult life since I was 20. I'm now 60, going to be 65 this year. It's hard to believe. I feel like I'm 38, although sometimes my body does know the difference. And I have to say that after all these years and all these tactics and all these methodologies and all these quick fixes and all these, 15 minutes of fame, I stand before you today in this video with one simple truth and tip. You've got to leverage your personal energy to be time-wise, to move through life with more of a flow, where it seems like the universe has got your back, with more grace and ease. It is necessary that you have skills and that you make part of your daily practice some sort of tool, technique, methodology, whatever floats your boat, that helps you to leverage your personal energy in such a way that as you move through your activities, you stay calm, focused, relaxed, and at ease, even under pressure. And it's entirely possible. I have built my whole career, traveled 25 nations, helping so many countless people do that. So let's take a look at some of these tips, because what I want to encourage you is this. If you are already a practitioner of a form of meditation or relaxation technique, whatever it might be, then may this be a friendly reminder to continue to make it part of your daily practice and expand in your usage. And if you're like countless people I've come across who know the tools, who have access to them, but aren't quite using them, or maybe you're brand new and you think, oh, I can't meditate, it's too hard. Well, let me tell you, putting that term aside, meditation, it's really about learning how to control your physiology by first controlling your thoughts, because our thoughts affect our physiology. Those thoughts are the catalyst to affect our emotions, our feelings, and our emotions, our feelings affect the physiology, how we feel, our posture, how we stand, how we move, which affects, of course, our behaviors. And those behaviors always will affect what? The action you take or don't take affects your results. So the key is, we've got to first start, and my message is, take charge of your life from the inside out. So much else is, frontal lobe, intellectual stuff. It's important. We need it, absolutely. Cognitive thinking skills, all sorts of psychological tools and techniques. But my friends, when the going gets tough and you're overwhelmed, they don't work. Because the last thing one can do when you're feeling overwhelmed is think, concentrate, focus, and apply, let alone remember those tactics, those cognitive skills. And so much of stress management, so many of the tips out there, so many of the thought leaders, quite frankly, are teaching fantastic, brilliant cognitive strategies, tactics, etc. Use them. What I want to recommend is apply them, integrate it with your daily practice of a relaxation. You've heard so much about mindfulness. You've heard so much about the benefits of meditation, relaxation. So here's a simple practice that I use myself that has helped me move through life more easily. It's not perfect, no way, I'm not going to kid you. I don't know anybody who is. Do I make mistakes? Yes. Have I done silly things? Yes. Have I built a wonderful life with my family? Yes. Have I helped score? Yes. So here's what I recommend. In the morning, before you start your day, get nice and comfortable. Stay in bed or sit in a chair. First thing, once you drink some water, once you relieve yourself and you're ready. And with your eyelids closed, take 3 slow, deep breaths. That's it. Inhale through your nose, very slowly. Fill your belly like you've got a balloon there. And then hold it for a couple of seconds. And then exhale, very important, out your mouth. Research has shown it helps. It's a releasing. I'm not going to go into the details, but the research is there. Check it out. So almost like a count of 7, approximately, inhaling. Hold for a couple of seconds and exhale 3 times. You can do that all day long while you're driving. Anytime you feel pressure building up, you don't even need to close your eyelids, because that will naturally, it's a natural antidote to distress. It is a natural way, proven in neuroscience and the biological sciences, to cause the brain to release more serotonin and dopamine, which are feeling good enzymes that help us feel better, help us have a good night's sleep, help us to minimize feelings of frustration, tending toward depression, etc. So you want to start with that. When you close your eyelids, it's the easiest way to do it, because then you're not distracted by the light. Then the brain naturally slows down and moves in the direction of sleep. In what in Silva we teach in alpha and theta training. We are the original people. Way back there was just transcendental meditation in the Silva program. Millions of people through the world have used this. Many physicians have incorporated, many therapists have incorporated it into their practice to help. So you can count on it works. It seems so simple, and it is. The key is making the time to do it. And if you do this every single day for 30 days, you will create a new neural pathway, and the research shows that. And it will become habitual, and then it will be part of your life. So, eyelids closed, quiet, comfortable place, 3 slow, deep breaths, then feel some appreciation. genuine appreciation for anyone, anything in your life. It could be from 10 years ago, it could be from the present, something you feel good about. It doesn't have to be long, maybe for a minute or so. Then what I like to do is bless people you care about. Pray for them. Whatever is your spiritual persuasion. In the Silva program, we use mental rehearsal, guided visualization. So I imagine them in my mind's eye, what we call the mental screen, and I imagine them healing, healthy, happy, moving through life successfully, smile on their face. Kind of like creating a little mental video of my family, my friends, people I care about. Do that. It is essential. That will help you disassociate from the anxiety, the angst that too often we feel about ourselves. Then, imagine possibilities for your day. Then, imagine and or visualize whatever's easiest for you, positive outcomes for your day. So if you have business meetings, phone calls to make, traveling a long distance, driving in your car, it doesn't matter. In school, learning something, whatever it is, imagine yourself getting what you need, learning, making good connections with people, hearing people say thank you, closing that deal, whatever it is, positive outcomes. And then give yourself a nice suggestion that you can open your eyes, be awake, be alert, ready to continue the day. It's a wonderful process. It really, really, really works. And I'd love to hear from you. So please, if you're finding this helpful, and I hope you do, and I know you will if you just use it. And remember, every single day, even just for 5 minutes, maybe 10 is even better. 15, excellent. Every day for 30 days. You almost have to force yourself if you're not used to doing this. I can assure you though, when you do that, it will become habitual. You'll have created a neural pathway, a habit, and you won't have to think about it. And you will make a considerable, huge difference in your performance in your life. You'll get through things more easily. So if you resonated with what I'm saying, you find this helpful, please share this with others. Share the good news. Maybe teach it to someone. Teach it to your children, your grandchildren. I'd love to hear your comments below, wherever this is, whether it be on Facebook or YouTube, and share it with others. If you'd like to find out more and you'd like to explore how you can take charge of your life by learning some proven skills that have stood the test of time for over, just nearly now 50 years with millions of people, the people who, frankly, really kicked off personal development. It's called the Silva Method. And if you just Google the Silva Method of Connecticut, I serve Chicago, Boston, and all of New England with a core program, what we call Silva Life and Intuition System. I also get to travel the world doing graduate advanced programs and helping our team of instructors certifying developing. So thank you so much for listening. This is Ken Coscia signing off saying, remember, you are far more than what you appear to be.